Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to start off with Cade Cunningham, 10.6K. Fire his ass up. Scotty Barnes, an awful Toronto team going up against an awful Brooklyn team. Barnes looks better with no Barrett, but I don't want to spend 10K on Scotty Barnes. He can get there, but I'd rather use my money elsewhere. Kyrie against Houston, okay, play, but like I said, Kyrie hasn't been going off without Luka like that. I think we had one or two good games out of him without Luka. 58, 51 and 58. So those are the two good games without Luka. But no, Luka got hurt on Christmas, and then Kyrie went off against Phoenix, only 34 fantasy points. Then the last game, 58. He's not guaranteed to go nuclear without Luka. That's the problem I have with Kyrie, and he's priced up to give you 50 fantasy points. Barrett, I don't mind Barrett. He's going to take a lot of shots. He's going to be on the floor. He's going to take a lot of shots. I don't mind Barrett, especially if you don't have the coin to get up to Barnes. Brunson's an okay play, but if Cat goes off, you're probably done. DeJounte's an okay play, but I haven't really been playing my New Orleans like that. Tyler Hero's absolutely in play. Actually, he's not absolutely in play because Jimmy Butler's back. Tyler Hero is only probably going to work out if Butler gets himself ejected or leaves the game early, which he might do, because he's not happy. So I can't play $8,500 Tyler Hero in one of my few lineups. I just can't do it tonight. Jordan Poole 84 against Chicago, good matchup, very pricey. Not interested in Suggs, not at 8,300. If you look at the last 5 games, he hasn't come close to paying off 8,300. It's all about math to me. Van Vliet is an okay play, but if Sengun goes off or Jalen Green goes off, your lineup is done. Kobe White, if Levine doesn't go, or if Levine can't go, he gets a bump. If the Sumno doesn't go, he gets another bump. Giddey's very hit or miss. I rather play the cheaper Kobe White. That's going to be on the court longer than Giddey. Dinwiddie 68. I don't know if I could do that. He's priced up for no Kyrie. Not the worst play in the world, but I don't know if I could get to him. Sexton's going to be on the court, take a lot of shots. Ivy's an okay play. Brogdon is injury prone now. He's 6,200. You need like 40 fantasy points out of him. Ben Simmons, 6K. He's paid off his 6K once in the last 4 games. I can't play Ben Simmons. I will never play Ben Simmons again. No Alvarado for me at 5,900, especially if he's not starting. Keontae George at 5,600. If there's no restrictions, I don't mind. Russell should be popular if he starts. Shove him. He's still shot dependent, scoring dependent, but at 5,100 on a tanking team, going up against another tanking team, this might be a great spot. Carrington, not interested in. Keon Johnson, no thank you. Anthony Black, no thank you. Jeff Hardy, no thank you. Jaden Hardy, I know. These guys I'm not really gonna touch as of now. Let's go to shooting guard. So we're gonna keep our eye on Levine. Important news. Mikal Bridges if you're desperate. Jalen Green if you want to take a shot. I don't mind it. Clarkson off the bench, you could take that shot. Grimes, I'm not interested in at 6,100. Klay Thompson, no thank you. Brady Dick, nope. Not with if there's no Barrett, Dick is an okay play if he can go, but he's another one that's scoring dependent also. Dylan Brooks, 52, if you're desperate. He's been scoring. I don't mind it. Cole Anthony, I'm not really understanding this. They barely play him. I don't even want to. I'm not even going to waste my energy on Cole Anthony right now. These teams are really weird sometimes. All right, anybody else down here we're playing? No, not right now. Maybe Bruce Brown if Dick can't go. What did Bruce Brown do against the Celtics? 19 minutes, 12 fantasy points. We need his restrictions off at 4K for him to be any type of play. The rest of these guys, I'm not going to touch. THT, 23 fantasy points at 3,600. He played 20 minutes. I'm not going to really mess with the Bulls bench like that. Javon Carter went and hit 6 threes in the first quarter. I think he got the DMP last game. So, NBA is all over the place. I'm not going to try to guess what these coaches are going to do. I'm just going to play what I know. Play the players that I know their rotations and their minutes. I can't predict the 11th man on the bench when the coach don't even like these guys. Can't do it. That's going to cost money. Butler, he's either going to give me 70 fantasy points or 14. No in between. He's going to send a message either way. His message is going to be, I'm the best player on this team, you need me, or I'm not doing shit till you trade me. That's Jimmy Butler right now. Markin is another one. Straight cheeks. I appreciate y'all bearing with me because obviously I don't sound 100%, but obviously I'm not feeling well. But now that I'm looking at Markin's name, this rage is building up inside of me because what the fuck has he been doing? Get this guy the fuck off my screen. Like, I'm not touching Marketing. I'm not. He's not there to play. I don't know what the fuck he's there for, but he's not there to play. Fuck out of here, bro. Cam Johnson, trade bait. They're getting ready to trade him. I don't know why they're playing him. I don't really know what's going on because he's going to keep leaving games early because of back, hip, eyes, toes, whatever it is. I want to play him. He's a good play, but I can't trust the politics of what's happening right now in Brooklyn. They may not want him to risk injury, and they might have him leave the game early. But they should just not play him. I don't know. I can't call it. Jimmy Butler and Cam Johnson, I can't really call. Hart is in play. Murphy's in play. Koulibaly's in a good spot. He's a little bit disappointing, but he's in a good spot. He has upside, but 35, 51, 35, 40, 23. Shot 1 for 10. I guess I'll go back to him. OG's in play. Beasley's in play. Champagne's in play. Eason, if you're desperate, because there's going to be no Thompson, so Eason gets a bump. And if Eason can't go, Ken Whitmore gets a bump. If Hayden Highsmith starts, never mind. I don't want Hayden Highsmith with Jimmy Butler there. All right, we're about to go to power forward. If you're new here, welcome. Appreciate you taking time to watch my video on a holiday when I know y'all got better things to do. If you're not subscribed, subscribe. Hit the bell. Thumbs up the video. If you're struggling to cash, you don't have time to wait for starting lineups. You don't have time to wait for news. You don't have time to do research. Check out my Patreon link in the description. Check out the channel memberships right here on YouTube. Super chats are open. My Patreon is free to get in. Once you get in, you could check out any tiers that you might want to join, and in the free Patreon, I usually post top 10 finishes. I haven't even posted all my wins this weekend, but if you look at the comments and from some of the last couple of videos, you'll see that we've been going crazy. So If you're playing and you're winning, you don't need me. If you're playing and you're not cashing, then take a look at the Patreon and the channel memberships. Everything else should be in the description. And if you need to send me a message, DFS_Chapo on X, TikTok, and Instagram. All right, let's go to Power Forward and let's wrap this up. Let me ignore Zion Williamson's name before I crash out. This goofy fat fuck just sits on the bench smiling and giggling, knowing he's the greatest bust in sports history. And I don't want to hear it. It's not Anthony Bennett. If you don't know who Anthony Bennett is, Google it. The Cavs drafted him. He did nothing. Zion is the greatest bust of all time because he showed us his potential and just went home and ate cheeseburgers and cheese doodles with no cares in the world. Oh my God, this guy makes me upset. All right. Relax. PJ Washington. He had like 4 threes in the first quarter. Some shit like that. 4 rebounds for a power forward. I don't like that. He took a lot of shots, but I don't like the rebounds. Last 5 games, he's paid off his ticket once. He's paid off his salary once. I don't trust him. No motor. Thinks he's some type of bully. Bro, pay attention to playing the game. Fuck out of here, bro. Kyle Kuzma, fucking NBA fashion model. Whatever, bro. Jabari Smith might get a little bit of bump if he plays well because there's no Thompson. But if Jabari's not playing well, Eason's going to take his minutes if he plays. If there's no Eason, Jabari looks a little bit better. Stars in play, great matchup. If they start Wendell Carter next to Goga, I don't mind it. Tobias Harris, no comment. Clowney if you're desperate. I don't know what to do with Jovic. They've been playing with his minutes. 19, 32, 24, 18, 31. They've been playing with his minutes. I don't got time for that, to be honest with you. If there's no Barrett, Agbaji gets a bump. Achua if you're desperate. Boucher if you're desperate. I don't mind it. Let's go to center. Let's wrap this bad boy up. Cat. So I've tweaked my process just a little bit, and it seems to be working very well so far. But I've stopped going more balanced, and I've been going more stars and scrubsy. Obviously, you got to know what stars to take that risk on. But when we have players that have like 70, 80 upside, you need them. That's how you're getting 400 points on FanDuel and 370s on DraftKings, because you need these guys that's going for 70, 80 fantasy points. Like the day of going mid range, them days is over because of the fact that you get some good players that don't show up. And when you have a 7K player or an 8K player that gives you 20 fantasy points, it's over. When you go stars and scrubsy and you play a 5K guy and he gives you 20 and your star goes off, you're automatically cashing. So with all that being said, Cat is absolutely in play, but you need him to go off. Sengun's an okay play. Vooch is in a good spot. Bam's been disappointing. Pirtle's in an amazing spot at 7,400. Goga's in a good spot. I don't play Goga enough because I don't like playing games the first set of games that go off. I try to leave myself room for flexibility so I could pivot when more news comes out. But Goga is absolutely in play. Kessler's in play. You could take a shot on Durant if you're playing a few lineups. There's been this all over the place, but he does have upside. Missy's in play at 6K. We'll keep our eye on Lively. They priced up Gafford. He's still risky. Valanciunas if you're desperate. I'm not touching an Olynyk. And I don't think I need Jalen Smith. But he's $3,700. If he's your last man in, it's not the end of the world. Look, Happy New Year's. I appreciate y'all taking the time to watch the video. Thank you for bearing with me. I know that I don't sound too, too sexy right now. Don't forget to subscribe, hit the bell, thumbs up the video. Check out the Patreon. Check out the channel memberships. If you're struggling to cash and you need help, I'm going to send you my lineups. Send me a message if you need me. DFS_Chapo on X, TikTok, and Instagram. And I'll talk to y'all guys later. Ciao.